Hey YouTube, Dan Otto here, coming at you with my team building series. In this one, we are team building with Kanto Ninetales, and I would like to go on record here because, as you're seeing right now, everyone is using Ninetales in the World Championships, and that is because the main metas that you're going to see in World Championships are Trevenant, Registeel, Walrein, which Ninetales deals with all of them. So who could have guessed that Ninetales was such a beast? This guy, a year and a half ago, before those were even meta. So if you go back to my videos, I've made probably 15 to 20 videos on Ninetales at this point. Like, it is my Pokemon to use, is my go-to Pokemon if I want to if I'm losing in Great League and I need to put a team together, I'm putting a team together with Ninetales and I'm going to do well with it. And that was even like before uh, all these Registeel and Walreins and Trevenants became meta. And since then, it's just a beast. And the problem with it is not a problem, but it's a low glassy, depending on whether you use Shadow or not. You should use Shadow, just FYI. And you can get walled because you should run double fire moves, and I'm going to show you why. So we're going to go over the Peak Poke Analysis. I'm going to go over the tough losses, and then we're going to go over a bunch of team building comps. And what I like about this Pokemon is you're going to see you could, like most of the hard losses you're going to see right away. Like it's weak to rock and fire, water, right? So, and Altaria is there because it's dragon and dragon resists fire. So those are like basically the three things you need to build around. So if we start just going to the poke analysis, basically what I just said, right? Altaria is resisting, as is water, and if you don't have any move. So actually what I should show here is you have Ninetales with regular Ninetales with overheat, double fire. This one with Psyshock if you want like coverage move. And then same thing, Shadow with overheat and then Psyshock, right? So already you can see Shadow Ninetales gets the water spider there, takes it with the overheat bait, and then overheat, coffer grease. So what you're going to see is that the overheat, the Psyshock doesn't do, the Psyshock doesn't do enough in these matchups to win anyways. So let's just go, like, I'll come back, but let's just go to the Swampert matchup, right? Swampert, you're still going to lose. Even if you have a move to throw at it, does not matter, right? Same thing with, I'm trying to think like what, Pelipper, Politoed, same thing, right? Like, sure, with Psyshock, you're not going to lose as much in the regular matchup, but you're still going to lose hard, right? So you might as well just run, and you're going to see and let's just actually go to so 23-24 Shadow record with Overheat, 20-27 non-Shadow, and then you got 16-31 and 13-34 with Psyshock, right? So that just shows you how bad the Psyshock is that you don't need to run it. Just go with this single move. Um, just like the double fire, and then just cover your weaknesses, right? So let's just get with the difference between what's the difference between the shadow and non-shadow. It's like, and the why I'm running a shadow with this one is you're so glassy anyways, and you're gonna lose ones you're gonna lose anyways. But to have that extra bonus, you're gonna lose to ground. You're just gonna get out bulked by Deox there. But to have that extra nuke ability on Lickitung there, on the mirror match Ninetales there, the Stunfisk here if you can bait once, right? Talonflame being able to do a lot better, Toxicroak being able to nuke. Just having that extra bonus there is worth it, and it's worth it. You could see overall in the record only 3, but it's not insignificant. So the Walrein, so you technically lose a Walrein if Walrein. This is a baiting game actually. So the Walrein matchup is that. Let's just go over key matchups here. Walrein is a baiting game. If you can call the Icicle Spear, you're going to beat that. You're going to win that really, really easily just going Weather Balls. So that's one thing. Trevenant matchup, same thing, is sort of a bait game. You still win just going straight up um, like Weather Balls, but if they bait you once with a C-Bomb, I think they can fit that matchup. I've been in the matchup enough to know. Toxicroak, same thing. And why I like it in general, so here's the thing, is like Swampert, you're done. Stunfisk, you require bait to flip this matchup. The problem is your waters like beat you hard, like real hard. 253, 285. Your Nidoqueen, just because they can ramp up, and if they land on Earth Power, there you're in trouble too. Shadow Machamp, and so the problem is it's so glassy that you're gonna see like Shadow Machamp. Jellicent's tough as a water, like I said, any water, ground, Diggersby, but anything with bulk that can throw, like you win the Crest match because they can't throw anything. I think at you, Grass Knot and Moonblast are both resisted. But anything with bulk can sort of just beat you straight up. The Sableye matchup is kind of close. It really depends on like if you bait successfully and if you get like an extra move in, who gets an extra claw and stuff like that. So when I'm building this, and so why I like Ninetales is the Fire Spin Weather Ball combo is very, very spammy and hits pretty decently hard. So even in neutral matchups, you can just kind of spam that and get ahead on energy like shields or take it out and try and flip switch. Why it's become even more meta is because, like I said, Walrein, even though it says you lose there, you can win that matchup easy if you call one bait properly or shield the Earthquake properly. Trevenant, same thing, an easy win there. Registeel, win there, you shield up once, you're going to be fine there. So it's very easy. And it because it takes out so much of the meta, you can just build around your weaknesses that either one also cover that those meta. Like I always usually like to have two Pokemon that can beat those the ones I just named, or you can build it just like with other Pokemon, knowing that it will cover it. So I'm going to go over a few examples here. So the first is just a balanced approach, balanced meta, right? So this team is double weak to rock, but it does not matter. So I'm going to show right off the lead here. So you got a Galarian Stunfisk on the lead here. So you're a losing matchup because the rock side is doing super effective, but because Walrein is just so spammy right now, you can just kind of either grab a shield or put this super low anyways, right? So I'm going to shield once, that's fine. Because I know I can probably get one shield back, and I'll take this down to the one shield pretty easy. I always say if you're going to lose a matchup, try and take it down to the one shield. So I just go for the nuke here thinking like maybe they won't shield us. Maybe I can flip switch, and they do flip switch. So now I'm down a shield, but I got switch, which is kind of important because if they have like a Swampert or something in the back, it's a meta champ. And same thing, like Ninetales will do okay against Deox and Metacham, but it won't win just because it's going to get outbulked to counter such a hard move. So if you have something that can deal with that, and there's your Trevenant backline here. So I'm already up a shield. They need to go for the Shadow Ball to take me out, and I think they may, because there's no point of baiting, right? Grab my second shield, that's what I would do too. But what this does is allow me to go just full farm down, and now you're going to see the power of the spammy Weather Balls here in a otherwise bad matchup. We'll grab one shield. I'm already at a second one here for the second one. I could go overheat, or I'm just gonna let like they really don't have anything to stabilize. So we've got the second shield, and now I could probably just I doubt that they would throw, but if they're gonna throw, it doesn't matter because I'm just gonna keep spamming these weather balls. Look how low it takes them. I'm gonna come back and stabilize and just they have nothing to throw at me here. So just the spamminess, and I could have just like built up because Ice Punch, yeah, Ice Punch would have been resisted. Deox here, same thing, bad lead, but is so coming my safe swap, and they have an answer for this. So tough lead, tough switch here. I should be able to get a return off in this matchup. Sableye is one of the best safe swaps, in my opinion, is the best safe swap because even if you get hit with a Charmer, you're still going to hit return, which will be super effective. And they decide to shield, which is actually great for me because now I can just come in, get a head on energy, and Ninetales is one of those things like I kind of mentioned with Swampert. If you get shields down and you get a head on energy, you are in a great position here. So I'm already up one shield. I expect the Deox to come in to try and farm down here. They're building up. So it's a Walrein comes in. That's actually okay too. I'm going to build up to two overheats here pretty much. Throw the one overheat, and then I'll probably go and bail right into Walrein to reset that. So they shield. That's fine. I don't care about that. I'm going to shield. I should probably shield because the counters are going to start adding up. Yeah. I got to shield the Earthquake because then Deox could just come in and counter. I'm going to chip this as much as I can because now I know it's in Weather Ball range here. And they're not getting out. So now I can survive. I'm going to save a shield because I can survive one Earthquake here. Okay. Why am I doing that? Because I can survive one Earthquake here. What I'm thinking is maybe, because I've got to move, I'm going to take it out here. I'm going to force them to throw and try and get an Earthquake off here. Yeah, because I guess overheat. Yeah, good job, Pat. I did these battles a while ago. One overheat from full health Deox range is not going to take it out. So Pass Me knew that. Pass Me knew that I need to grab a second. I need to do chip damage here because now an overheat is about like 60 to 70% of Deox here. So all you need is to get down to 60, 70%. So good job, Pass Me to know that. And goodbye, Deox. Doesn't matter just how bulky you are. Good, because overheat, nuke, shadow, beast. So that's basically cover your weakness because you're like we Altaria and Pelipper, so just having like a nice Pokemon deal with that. Sableye safe swap, fairly common way to do that. Let's not get a Ninetales. Can this be run as an ABB line? Yes and no. So I ran this and it worked. Like I'm going to show you a perfect example here. Lose lead, come in my you come in your Talonflame, which is exactly what you want to come into because that's going to be the toughest for like Swampert. You want to have Swampert in there that you can at least throw the Brave Bird. So they throw the Hydro Cannon. Barely live the non-shadow. You do not live the shadow. So you have to shield up shadow or try and get it off ahead of time. So at this point, I can now. Uh, so I lost lead. I think that could have been a sludge. So I shielded up. This one is definitely just a hydro. So I'm gonna let this one go. I'm gonna get ahead basically to 2 shadow balls if I can, because the hydros aren't gonna do anything. Take this out. I may throw a move at Sableye because the Sableye matchup. Let's see if I decide to throw because I can weather ball it and take it out or overheat it. But Sableye is really glassy, so I wouldn't be surprised if I just go for any chip damage here is the right play because now it's in weather ball range, or if they shield, it's in overheat range. And out comes the Walrein. So again, this matchup is great if you shield up properly and don't get hit with an earthquake. So I'm just going to shield here. They do bait, which is going to force me to throw a little quicker than I want to, but I will get it off before they get to the earthquake. This is going to one-shot, and you're thinking, okay, you just lowered your attack significantly. Isn't that a big issue? Not if you're a Shadow Ninetales. So lower my attack significantly, almost still takes us out. They're going to have to throw because I'm going to get to a weather ball, and that would take them out. So they got to dump all their energy. And now I think they're essentially in claw range, but I can just get to move anyways here. So ABB worked perfectly, lost the lead, hard loss on the switch, able to take it with Ninetales in the back. Doesn't always work like that, so I'll try that again. Talonflame comes in. Swampert here. This one is a shadow, and because it's a shadow, do I let this go? And I know it. No, I have to shield. No, I let it go, and I know this takes me out. I know it takes me out. And the problem is if you can't grab a shield in the mid game here, in that flip matchup here, you're in trouble, right? This should just be a hydro. But these hydros add up too. I've gone over Shadow Swampert. These hydros add up quick, right? And that's why I love Shadow Swampert too. So go back to that series there, because Shadow Swampert is just a beast to run too. But now they have the Mandibuzz, and Mandibuzz is one of those Pokemon that falls into the category of too tanky to deal with here. So they're unlikely to shield. I don't want to overheat too early though, because you don't want to lower your attack too much. They're coming at me with Dark Pulses, which is even harder hitting move. They're unlikely to shield this because again, it's a Mandibuzz, so it can take anything. So they do shield, that's fine, but like they're spammy as well and tanky, so they're just gonna probably take this matchup and lower me enough. And my Trevenant's already at like 50% health, so I can imagine that whatever they have in the back is probably gonna do well against Trevenant, or my Trevenant's already too low. So again, they let the Weather Ball go. I need to grab a shield. Well, yeah, I need to grab a shield to take this out, but they can just shield and I'm done for. So a Dark on the lead is kind of tough, especially when you get hit with a hard counter in the middle there. So almost takes me out. Can I get to a move first? No, too spammy, and they'll take me out. So would I run an ABB line? I don't think it's worth it, not in this meta when you can run so many different teams. So I'm going to show you a bulk team here with Metachamp and Azu. So Azu lead. Oh, I forgot to speed this up. Oh no, I forgot to speed this up. I hate when I do that. Okay. So anyways, I will just click forward and go through this. So I'm running player off Ice Beam on this. But again, the team idea is bulk, fighter to cover your other weaknesses. Azu, you're a little weak to Trevenant here, but Trevenant, your Ninetales will take that plus Ice Beam, and I think I'm running Ice Punch, so you still always have moves to throw at this. I don't have Hydro, so I just tried to fake it. They called it. I'm eventually just going to get it here, because here we go, into a tough matchup here. But if you run it with Ice Punch, you're going to lose, but it's not terrible. So I'm going to throw I throw one Ice Punch, they shield. I let it go, because now I think I'm just going to try and get ahead on energy here. Yeah. That's basically what you got to do here. Get ahead on energy, because I know the Bastion's going to have a tough matchup. I'm going to have a tough matchup with a rock. It could be a Shadow Ball, so I got to shield it up. Is it a Shadow Ball? Doesn't matter. They don't get a second move off here. Is the Bastion going to come back in? It is. And guess what? Is pretty close to overheat range. I'm interested to see it also take a 50%. XL Bastion is kind of tough to nuke. So almost going to instantly reset / catch on Azu there. So absorbs that Stone Edge. What's in the back? It's a Metachamp. I have a play rough here. So I'm gonna get one off. They're likely to shield. Am I gonna get the second one off? I do get the second one off. So there we go. Have one shield and Weather Wall range already. So take it out. So despite having an okay-ish lead, able to take that matchup there. And it's just like the power of the bulk, right? You just absorb. I've gotten team bulk before in the past. You just absorb the moves on your bulk, and you have Ninetales just hopefully shields down, can just spam weather balls or take it out. So Deox in here. This one I'm just gonna stay in. If you're running this sort of team, you need to run Ice Punch on Metacham. That's a must because you need that coverage for like Altaria just by itself. You need coverage for. So they have Thunderbolt, so that's fine. Uh, I use one shield because I know I grab one back. Again, I always say if you're gonna lose in the one shield, if you're gonna lose, like if you're gonna lose lead or lose switch, try and take it down to the one shield just because you don't know what's like in the back yet, and you'd rather try and get shields down for the back Pokemon, especially for something like Ninetales where you just need to nuke. So they give up 2 shields here to keep switch. So that is fine with me. I'm interested to see what I want to come in with. So they lowered their attack, so and now it doesn't really matter what I come in with. I may come in with Metachamp. No, I'm gonna come with Ninetales just to get ahead on energy. Drapion. Um, some of these are running. Maybe I should have just gone for the overheat here. I don't know why I'm going for the. I gotta survive. Yeah, because now they're gonna get 2 crunches off. I don't know what I'm doing. Unless I'm gonna bail and come into my Metachamp and just get ahead on energy there. I should have probably built up and just gone for. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna get ahead. So I bank a little bit of energy, knowing that my Metachamp can take all these moves, because even the crunch is just neutral because you're half fighting. And I'm just going to build up a ton to come out with energy here. Yeah, that's not a terrible plan. I do that sometimes. So now Deox is low. They still hit me with a Psycho Boost, which is too bad. So that's going to do okay chip damage. I still have a nice punch. It's going to come down to what's in the back. I hope it's a Meta Walrein or something. No, it is a Dark Umbreon. So this is tricky. I don't know if I can get out of this because I just need to chip as much as I can to get it to overheat range. Can I throw another move? Nope. Good counting on their part. They're going to be at 2 moves here. So now it's going to be I can survive 1. It's now can I get the overheat off and will it overheat take a 50% Umbreon out? Hopefully we find out. Yeah, this should take it out. It's in the yellow. Basically anything 50% or low overheat is taking out. Yeah. So that's again just team bulk. Just if you can absorb the damage on those Pokemon, you are good. And the last one, because I'm actually doing an Altaria team, and people are like, okay, is there Pokemon that you can use that aren't just like super effective against Registeel and stuff in the back there? Yes, an Altaria. If you're gonna use this, you still do need to cover to a second. Like if you're just gonna get walled by Reggie that hard, you need something to take it out. So I'm gonna pair it with Whiscash. Um, but Altaria is like a super nice option for if you want like a sort of balanced team to a certain extent. Because I would also run this with like a balanced middle Pokemon. It doesn't need to be, it could be like a Sableye or something as a balanced Pokemon because why it's such a great option is because your main weaknesses are going to be water and Dragon resists water. So having that is a solid option for a pairing with Ninetales. And that's what I'm saying. Like when Ninetales can take out so much of the meta that you see in Great League, you can pair it with so many Pokemon to cover all your weaknesses of water, and then pair it with a second Pokemon either as a safe swap or a second coverage. So I'm down a shield. At this point, I'm down a shield. I'm just going to go for the nuke. It's a Diggersby. They're unlikely to shield here. Yeah, and there we go. XL Diggersby taken down to the yellow. Love to see it. And then I have an Altaria still that's going to quite easily take this. So I'm trying to bail out. We both simultaneously bail. I have a move banked. It just, I love Ninetales for all the reasons that I mentioned. It's spammy. It's got play against the super meta. Even in neutral matchups, you're going to get likely just like do a bunch of chip damage that you either soft lose or take shield advantage or take switch. Such a good Pokemon. Run it with the overheat. Full farm down there. Can I get to a mother move? I can. Just going in beast mode. Love it. So again, you can watch these videos on team building or go and watch one of the 15 other videos I've made on Kanto Ninetales already and how I use it. So those are the team's suggestions. I've got one more that I've already shot in Altaria, but what I'm going to try and start doing now is because people said they would like more team suggestions. So I did 4 different teams here. So like ABB, bulk, balanced, and this is kind of a balanced as well, quite honestly. Um, so what I want to try and do is like do those like pillars, but with more teams. So I might just do like 1 or 2 wins, like maybe just like 1 win per team if I can throw like 4 teams out, right? So if I can do like 4 balanced teams, because this is a balanced team. The Walrein Sableye is a balanced team. This is a balanced team. Um, I'm sure there's other balanced teams that you can run as well. So I just can't think of, like, I'd have to play around with it. But so what I'll try and do for future ones, I don't know if I did it for the Altaria one. And this, yeah, Bastion, right? This is why you got to run a Whiz Cache or something else, right? Is to cover your Bastion weakness perfectly. So I cannot get out of this. Just go down. Out comes the Whiz Cache. They've got nothing. And so now we're a 2v2 meta champ. And this is a loss. So this is definitely a loss because you cannot outrun a meta champ with counter and power punch. Okay, good. Just an ice punch. Or else that would have been much, much worse. But still, those counters are adding up way too fast here. Luckily, the Bastion really doesn't have anything to throw out the Whiz Cache, so as long as I start grabbing shields here, I know I'm going to grab shields here because it has nothing to throw. The Bastion has nothing to throw at me, so they need to keep this alive. So I know I can just go Weather Ball spam. I don't really need to just take it out. I don't need to land a nuke here. I just need to grab the shields, chip it as much as I can. There's the second. Just throw it. I know I'm going to get countered down to him fast here. So just take it down as low as I can. So just going 2v2, even though I shielded both moves, you still just get out countered, right? That's just the power of the bulk, right? And that's why I do bulky teams with fragile Pokemon like this. So that is basically it. Am I going to win this matchup? I don't think I can throw anything at me that matters. So I should be able just to mud bomb down here. There's one. Here's a second one. This isn't going to take it out, but I'm pretty sure I survive any move because everything's resisted, right? They're going to get a move off, but it's a Bastiodon, so you are not taking me out. No, with ease. So that's it. So I got Altaria coming. So I've already done teams. I've done a couple that I shot already. They're not out yet. I'm sure they're going to go out before this. So um, I've done Nidoqueen. I've done Machamp. I've done Ninetales. I've done Deox. I've done Shadow Gramble. And I'm going to shoot Altaria soon. So if you have any other Great League Pokemon you want me to test out, or eventually Ultra League Pokemon, I will do a series on Ultra League Pokemon too and how to use them in teams to build. But for right now, we're using Great League teams. Let me know in the comments below. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new, and share this with your friends so they can subscribe if they're new. And that's it. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.